So if you're like me, you are having a tough time deciding what class to play in Season of Discovery. And let's together find out and try and pick a class together. For me personally, I'm thinking about playing a Paladin or a Warrior. I want to play a heavy plate wearing class that's just doing big damage. And I think Paladin and Warrior will fit nicely into that category. But if we look right here, we can see what the roles are for each class. What's been added. So the Druid can tank, heal, DPS and range DPS. Nothing changed there. Nothing has changed for the Hunter. The Mage, however, has the ability to heal, which is really cool actually. Really excited to see that. So if you want to have a hybrid healer which does big damage but also can heal, then the Mage is definitely the choice for you. Then we have the Paladin. Nothing new there. And the Priest, the same. Then we have the Rogue, which has the ability to become a tank. Really excited to see how that plays out. I'm thinking like they will use a lot of evasions and dodges and all that to avoid damage. Then we have the Shaman, who can also tank right now. And I think that's very interesting because I think from playing Classic or back in the day Vanilla, I always thought that the Enhancement Shaman had the core abilities to become a tank, you know. But I don't think that Blizzard ever came to make that a reality. So, but now we're seeing a Shaman tank, which I think was what was intentioned for Vanilla. And now it has become a reality. The Warlock, also a new tank in the game. Then we have the Warrior, nothing's changed there. Then we have their builds. What catches my eye here is that Mage can become a healer or stay DPS. And Paladins have received a taunt to make them a viable tank. Because in Classic, Paladins aren't that viable as tanks. And also Retribution, which is why I'm thinking Paladin has received buffs to make them viable as well. And Priest has received a lot of buffs to healing and support. And as mentioned in here, we can see maybe in Phase 2 that the Shadow talents get viable. Sorry for the beeping in the background. Garbage is being picked up. Has to be done every day. Well, not every day, but some days in the week. Can't blame them. God bless them. And if we go further, Rogue can now tank. They receive a ranged stun and teleport. Really excited to see how that's going to be played out. And Shaman has received big buffs to threat generation to make them a viable tank. I'm thinking Enhancement Shaman. You can spec into the defensive talents in the enhancement tree and it would make sense. Warlocks can now be tanks. They can tank in demon form. They have received buffs to fire damage and fire spells, which is cool, which is maybe for them to have aggro, more damage, better aggro. And then the Warrior now have self-heal to make leveling smoother, it says. Maybe it's Victory Rush. Every time you kill an enemy with Experience or Honor, you can heal. And they'll receive Gladiator Stance and can charge in combat, which is also cool. So if we go a bit more down, we can see what the best class is for level 25 PvP. So both of the classes that I want to play are in the bottom list, with Warrior being a C tier and Paladins being in B tier. This is just speculations. People haven't tested it out that much yet. This tier list can be completely changed when people have played Season of Discovery for a month or two. So yeah, this doesn't change my mind. These are the runes that they can get on their gear. So you have Fury of Storm Rage, your Living Siege, Survival the Fittest. These are all Lacerate, Mangle. These are all abilities you have seen before in, for example, retail or earlier expansions. You know, Skull Bash, Star Surge, Life Bloom, Wild Growth. I think Druids are going to be pretty OP with these new abilities. And what I love about Season of Discovery is that they're making classes and specializations viable. So Hunter gets some aspect of Lion, for example. Lone Wolf, when they don't have an active pet, they do 15% increased damage. And they get Chimera Shot, nice. Explosive Shot as well. And they get Kill Command. And just by giving them Kill Command, I think Beast Mastery becomes very viable. Serpent Spread, get more AoE, Sniper Training, so yeah. So these are new abilities. Regeneration and Mass Regeneration. These are the abilities that are going to heal your party as a healing mage. What else is a healing ability? Yeah. And Rewind Time. Your current target with your temporal beacon instantly heals all damage taken over the last 5 seconds. Ineffective on targets that did not have temporal beacon 5 seconds ago. So they're gonna use time and regeneration to heal the party members. And they get some other cool abilities like the Living Bomb and Ice Lance. I'm really surprised to see Ice Lance being a new ability. Arcane Blast as well. So this is gonna go... I can't... Now I'm actually thinking about playing a mage now that I see these abilities. It's crazy to see them. You know, Ice Lance, Arcane Blast, Living Bomb, Fingers of Frost as well. Gives you a chill, which he treats you next to. Yeah, and also this. It's just so OP, Fingers of Frost. So I guess mages will be one of the best PvPers out there. I'm really thinking so. Although it has been ranked as a B tier PvPer. So let's go to the Paladin. So let's see. Divine Storm for Retribution. Cool. Horn of Lordaeron. Beacon of Light. Crusader Strike. Nice. Crusader Strike, that is so important for Paladins to have. Because only relying on auto attacks, that was really boring. So that they get Crusader Strike, that's really cool, I think. Avenger Shield for Protection Paladin. Wow. And Divine Sacrifice for Exorcist. And Rebuke interrupts spellcasting, prevents any spell that could be cast. So yeah, the Paladin gets a lot of new things as well. Crusader Strike and Divine Storm. But still I'm leaning towards the Mage right now, just because I saw how cool the abilities were. So let's go to the Priest guide. I'm not that much of a priest player, but they're getting some penance for discipline. That's cool. I don't think that priests sound that interesting right now. I mean, no, I'm not gonna be playing priest. So let's go to the rogue. Let's see what the rogue has. It's a tier DPS. So you have the Deadly Brew, Quick Draw, and you have Mutilate. God, they get a lot of abilities here. Envenom as well. Blade Dance, nice. Shadow Strike, Saber Slash. I'm not that much of a rogue player, but I can see that they would be very nice in PvP with these new abilities. So yeah, if you want to go rogue, you're in for a treat. And now we have the Shaman guide. So the Shaman gets dual wield specialization. Sorry for my bad English, by the way. They're getting Lava Lash, nice, Lava Burst. Dude, cool. Molten Blast, blast up to enemies in a cone in front of you. The ability generates high amount of threat, Flame Shock. So Molten Blast will be used for tanking. Shamanistic Rage. While Rock by the Weapon is active on your main hand, you deal 15% increased threat, gain 30% increased health, take 10 reduced damage, and quickly by melee attacks. Okay, so Way of the Earth. While Rock by the Weapon is active, you get this right here, making you a tanking monster. A real meat wall. Reduce all damage you take by cool. Earth Shield as well. Water Shield. Each time you block, you regenerate mana equal to 8% of your maximum mana, and you gain. Oh, that's nice as well. Giving your Lightning Bolt, Chain Heal. So they're getting Elemental Overload as well. Wow. So not only are they getting to tank, but Elemental Shaman is as well gaining a huge buff. Nice. So it's a Warlock now. Lake of Fire, Demonic Tactics. And here we have the Metamorphosis. Transform into a demon, increasing your armor by 500%. Yes. And for how long? It probably is for as long as you want. Seems to be extremely OP if it doesn't have a time limit on. But it wouldn't have a time limit on if Warlocks are considered tanks, because this is their tank form. Shadowbolt Volley, nice. So there are a lot of cool things Warlocks are getting. Chaos Bolt as well. Sends a bolt of chaotic fire enemy. Haunt, Soul Siphon. So Warlock tanks or just Warlocks in general are in for a treat. So now you have the Warrior. the C tier PvP class. So we have Warbringer. You charge, intercept, and intervene abilities are now usable while in combat and in any stance, and will all remove movement impairing. So they get Warbringer, which is very welcoming, and then you get Raging Blow and Blood Frenzy, and you get Quick Strike, and here we have it, Victory Rush, as I predicted, and Furious Thunder. While wielding two-handed weapons, your attack speed is increased by 20%, which will help with the rage generation. So yeah, Single-Minded Fury. While dual wielding, your physical damage and movement speed are increased by 10%. Also very cool. I have to say that it doesn't really reel me in as the Mage did, but I was setting myself to not play a Mage. I wanted to play a Paladin or a Warrior, but I have to say that the Mage is definitely reeling me in really good. But then again, Warlock is also very cool, and Shaman is awesome, but I think the Mage looks the most promising. But do I really want to play Mage or a spellcaster in general? The thing is with spellcasters, in my opinion, is the mana. It's just the mana regeneration, all that, drinking and all that. So I really don't know. Paladin sounds very nice as well, with Crusader Strike and Divine Storm. And when you get a Hand of Freedom, it just, I think it will be very, very, very nice. But you know, Crusader Strike, Divine Storm, it just sounds very, very promising. And you get Horn of Lordaeron as well. I think I'm gonna go with the Paladin. So yeah, what class are you going to be playing? And are you as excited as I am to be playing Season of Discovery? I hope it was helpful, and if you liked it, then please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I would appreciate it very, very, very much. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.